Welcome to the Voice of Business. Today we will be featuring 4 downtown Strathroy businesses. First, let's head over to the historic landmark Clock Tower Inn.
The Clock Tower came into existence about 4 years ago, well, actually May 20th, 2015. I came across the building and my wife and I were out for lunch, fell in love with it, and the owner at that time made a proposal for me to purchase it. And after him and hawing, we purchased and did a major renovation and brought the Clock Tower to what it is today. The building was built in 1889 as a post office and designed by Thomas Fuller. There was a number of them in Ontario, and this is one of the few left standing. I've been a chef for over 40 years. I've been in the industry for over 40 years, professional chef for about 25 years now. Always my dream, to have my own restaurant or a catering company or an inn or a bed and breakfast, and now I have all 3. So it just kind of fit. I was ready. It was the time. If I didn't do it when I did it, I probably would never have done it. So I thought, I'm gonna jump in both feet and just do this. My journey as a chef started young. I was about 5, 6 years old when I told my mother that I want to be a chef when I grow up. I never wavered. That's the only thing I ever wanted to do. I started doing culinary training when I was about 16 years old at George Brown College. Worked in a couple of restaurants in my hometown of Uxbridge. And then went back to George Brown, did 2 years culinary arts training, and then worked all over the city. Worked at Queen's Park in Toronto as executive sous chef. Then got a job in Niagara for 20 years as executive chef at a private golf and country club. And then the golf industry kind of tanked, so I had to move on to another job and wound up in Grand Bend at the Oakwood Resort. And then just kind of touring around the area, that's how I kind of stumbled across this. And so this is my final journey. I want to end my career doing this. I'm a simple chef. I like simple flavors. I like home kind of cooking food. I like things that people can recognize and understand and, you know, that put on the menu, they understand the words I'm using. I like everything cooked fresh. Everything has to be local. It has to be done in-house. We buy very, very few things from my suppliers that are pre-done. We do most of the things ourselves here in the restaurant. I source locally the Boss Meats, Slegger's Greens, Glengyle Farms comes in and drops off stuff, Freesa Farms eggs, whole pig pork from Dashwood, Hayter's turkey from Dashwood. Our coffee is local from Zurich. So I try to embrace all that and keep everything within my reach. So right now we have some great salads that are locally produced. We do fantastic pizzas, thin crust pizzas. A little bit of everything. We have great pastas, we have steaks, we have seafood, a kids menu, we have a lunch and dinner menu. We run specials all throughout the week. So we're doing, tonight's Friday, so it's Friday fish fries. We have a special menu on top of our regular menu for that. Saturdays we do big steaks. Sundays we do a beautiful Sunday brunch Eggs Benedict menu. We offer a seniors discount on Mondays. Tuesdays a pasta night. Wednesdays pizza and wine night. Thursdays two can dine night. So we have always something going on. We do a lot of outside catering. We've partnered with Dark Horse Estate Winery in Grand Bend. So we're catering a lot of weddings up there. We're also partners with Sydenham Ridge here just outside town in Melbourne. At their wedding barn, catering out there, and a lot of corporate in-town stuff, house parties, just whatever anybody wants, we're here for it. The inn was here when I purchased. It was built about 11 years ago. It has 8 beautiful suites on 2 floors, some larger executive suites and some smaller junior suites. Beautifully decorated, kind of in a Victorian style. Some of the rooms have old post office vaults which were converted into showers, which are kind of cool. The rooms are big and spacious, all the amenities you need. A little kitchen up there for Continental. It's available every day that guests stay here. It's a beautiful space. Weekends, it's usually weddings or anniversaries or people coming into town to visit family. During the week, we get a lot of corporate travelers. So if people are doing work in town at the local businesses or at the hospital, they'll come and stay here midweek. We have over 30 employees now, between my catering staff and the restaurant staff, full-time, part-time. They are the key to make this place work. They're loyal, dedicated, hardworking. They see the vision that I'm trying to produce here, and they just grasp it and run with it. So without them, this wouldn't work. I like to hire people that are already in this industry have already had their training. So I have two of my chefs are Red Seal. They've done their college, they've done their training, done their 6,000 hours. They are professionals, they are chefs in their own right. And I also have 5 apprentices. So I go to the colleges, they'll come to me, and they'll want to apprentice here because of what we do. We cook in kind of a classic French style, so they're gonna learn more than they would, say, at a big chain restaurant or something like that. And everything's hands-on. They all learn every department. They're working every section all the time. So they get to bake, and they get to make the soups, and they get to make the sauces, and they see how everything's done. And they help on the caterings, and they're off-site, and it's very interesting for them, and it keeps them engaged, and it keeps them excited about what they're doing. And also that's why we change the menus as regularly as we can, so they have variety in their job. Strathroy was a bit of a mystery to me, because I didn't really know the town when this opportunity came along. And I thought, well, I'm going to put in a little higher end restaurant in a town that doesn't have one, and it's a bit of a risk, and hopefully they'll embrace it, and they have. So we have a good clientele of Strathroy people that come here, and now they're coming from Sarnia and Woodstock and London and Mount Bridges and Kamoka and all those little surrounding towns. They're coming here all the time now, so, which is nice. I mean, most of our advertising has been by word of mouth, and we have a good reputation on Facebook and then on TripAdvisor. So people read that, they see that, and they want to come and experience what we have here. This whole thing is a dream and a passion that I had, right? I get up every morning, I'm up at 5, I'm doing my office work, I come in here, I open up a restaurant every day myself, and just love what it does, right? Love the customers coming in, they're all happy. When it's loud and noisy in here and it's full restaurant, it's exciting. It really is.
Welcome back. Over on Front Street, we have Bossons Pharmacy and Home Health Care. They have prescriptions, gifts, and more.
Bossons Pharmacy and Home Health Care is a local pharmacy and home health care store. We're a full-service clinical pharmacy offering a lot of client services and patient consulting services with an amazing team in our dispensary. We also have a front shop with everything you would need for everyday care in your life and for your family. And we also have a small and exclusive gift shop at our store where we try to offer things in Strathroy that you normally can't get in small towns. So this pharmacy was started in the 1800s by the Stepler family. The Stepler family, the father and son both owned it, and after the Steplers, the Bossons family took it over. So Bill Bossons and then Paul Bossons. We took it over from the Bossons family in 2015 after a lengthy apprenticeship period. It's only ever been family owned, and our family has been looking after it for the last 4 years. Mike's been managing it for the last 10 years. Mike's a second-generation pharmacist. He grew up, his dad had a small independent pharmacy when he was growing up, so he always spent a lot of time in his family's pharmacy. He always knew he wanted to own a pharmacy and have a small business, and our job is to take care of our patients and our family. And we don't take that lightly. That's really important to us. If you choose to put your care and your family's care in our hands, that means a lot to us. And we try to say we treat our patients like they were our family. And so we would want to provide the same level of care we would expect for our own family members. So what keeps us coming in here every day is the people that make our business run every day, not only our staff, but our patients. I grew up in Strathroy. I've always lived in Strathroy my entire life. Mike's from Waterloo. We met when we were both working for the Coast Guard, actually, doing search and rescue, which is like the coolest thing I've ever done. So I'm from town, my family's from town, I've got a large family in town. I work at the Strathroy Hospital in the physiotherapy department, so I think that brings a lot to our store when it comes to being able to service our patients clinically. When I say home health care as part of our business, we offer a lot of aids to mobility, so walkers, rollators, canes. We specialize in urban poles and instruction for those. We have a full bracing line. as well as home health care products, so products to keep you safe in your home. We offer a lot of help with falls prevention for people in their home and outside the home. We offer compression stockings and fittings for compression stockings for people who can use those, and a lot of people don't realize how much they can use them. We have free delivery for our patients, obviously med reviews, and I would say a lot of really specialized, personalized care for our patients. But home health care wise, we custom order. We do lift chairs for people's homes. We deliver those as well. So if you need something in your home to keep you safe, we can look after you. I would say our largest clientele is many people who have lived in Strathroy, whether they're old or young. A lot of people who grew up in this town. There's a lot of family relationships that stemmed from here, not only with the pharmacists, but with our staff. We have staff members who have been here 30 years. So they have incredible relationships with our community. So we can surface any demographic, and we do. I like to say for young families, this is a great place to come because your kids can't run away far. It's a small store. So, yeah, we like to keep our care really personalized. So we think that makes us special that way. Even though it's not a big, flashy store, we can get you anything you need, and we really pride ourselves on personalized service that way. So if we need to stock an item for one person, we will. If you don't see what we have on the shelf or what you need on the shelf, we can get it for you. So it's the kind of place where if we haven't heard from you in a while, we're probably going to call you to check on you. You know, somewhere where a delivery driver takes pride in coming to your house every day and bringing a treat for your dog. And I think that that's important. I think it's important to feel cared for and not just like a number. We see people, I think, really learning about the role of a pharmacist when it comes to their healthcare and what they can offer. And the pharmacist's role is expanding all the time. So I think if you're unsure, speak to your pharmacist. Even if it's a vitamin, a mineral, a natural product, speak to your pharmacist to make sure it's something that is safe for you. We really say that your pharmacist is a first-line healthcare provider. It's a frontline healthcare provider. Your pharmacist is often much more accessible than your physician. That being said, we work very closely with our local physicians. We have great relationships with our local physicians, and we think it's a circle of care. It's not just one person, it's a circle of care, and there's a lot of people that contribute to that. But that being said, you can be assured that working with our pharmacy team here, your doctor's gonna know what's going on. We have a lot of people coming in here looking to buy a product if they don't feel well, or for example, a brace if they have a sore arm or a wrist. And what's important to us is that we're caring for you the way we need to care for you. So we're not going to send you home with something if you don't need something. And so I think that's important. It's about the care. It's not about selling a product. So I'm sorry if you want a brace and we don't know what's wrong. We're not going to sell you a brace. We got to figure out what's wrong first. I hope I'm here forever. I've always lived here except for when I went away to school, which is only London, not that far. But I think that what makes Strathroy special is the strength of the community. It's a community that is fiercely proud of what we have here. And I think that downtown especially is an entrepreneurial hub of people really, there's rich family businesses down here, and there's really strong entrepreneurial individuals who really are passionate about the downtown and the town as a whole and what that means to the people who live here.
Across the street, you'll find menswear and ladieswear at the men's shop and her boutique.
Well, we've always had a passion for clothes and fashion, and we always thought, you know, someday down the road it would be fun to have our own clothing store. And then the opportunity came up about 7 years ago with actually Mayor Mel Vale. I was at a luncheon with him, and he had mentioned how at one time there was 3 men's stores in downtown Strathroy, and at that time there was none. And so I was kind of like, oh, well, that sounds like an opportunity.
And that was really the spark that led us to investigate further and look into starting the business. The business started in 2011. Took about a year to kind of get things up and running. This entire building was was taken down to studs and put back and built new. So there was a bit of time before we could open the store. When looking at opening a store, you're looking at all the options, and there was a lady who was doing some development in downtown Strathroy. Her name's Kathleen Anderson, and the timing was really good. She happened to be developing this location for a storefront, and we were interested in, a store. So I think it was really about timing, and that allowed us to work with Kathleen a little bit in terms of really making sure that the work that was done in the store would fit for a clothing store. When initially thinking about the store, we wanted to incorporate some aspects of old and new. And this being a very old building really fit that bill. It has some of the original brickwork, a really cool tin ceiling, which was actually hidden under a drop ceiling when this used to be the Pro Hardware store. And all that ceiling was taken down and sandblasted back to the original tin patina. So we were really blessed with being able to fulfill the vision that we had, and that worked well with what Kathleen was doing with the building too.
A couple years in, what we noticed was that customers were asking us for ladies' wear. They were really happy that we had a great menswear shop in town, but at the time there was very little available for ladies. So that was our sort of first evolution, was to add her boutique to the men's shop.
The shoes became a logical extension because shoes and clothing go so well together that it was really about being more of a full-service shop where we could have everything you needed to get dressed up for an occasion, sort of one-stop shopping.
We have a wonderful customer base. A lot of them are our friends and became our friends over the years. We also get a lot of people coming in to shop from the surrounding area, not just Strathroy, with Park Hill, Sarnia, Glencoe, and even London. What people are looking for now and why they come from London to shop in Strathroy is they want a shopping experience. They want a relaxing shopping experience where it's comfortable, where they get really good service. They don't have to walk for miles to park or walk for miles to find something. So we can help them find what they want with a selection that they like and in an atmosphere they like. We have a lot of people come, will shop here, they'll go down the street for lunch, they'll pick up some specialty food items while they're here. So it's really about creating a whole shopping experience, and I think that that's what customers like.
Men can be a little bit last minute, and that's just the nature of being a guy, I guess. I wouldn't say that's uncommon, and in that way they don't have to travel to London either. It's really about creating an environment where they get really good customer service. They don't have to travel. And it's us taking care of them too. So it's the owners who are here day in and day out, really caring for and taking care of their customers to make sure that we make the perfect sale. So it's what they want.
So we're pleased to introduce Gertrude, who is our new companion here at the store. She's a family member, a 6-month-old Springer Spaniel.
The thing about Strathroy for me is that I have always appreciated smaller town living. I think that there's a quality of life in a smaller center that you don't get in the big centers. Firstly, not a lot of traffic, which is wonderful. And when I say quality of life, I think it's about the people. I think there's strong rural roots here. We have a lot of Dutch and Portuguese people in town. So there's a diversity here. I have been in smaller towns where maybe it was a little more insular, but I've really always felt that Strathroy's been a very open and friendly community. And I think that has a lot to do with being so close to London. People work in London, live in Strathroy, those kinds of things, where there's always been an influx of people from other communities too.
I think in today's environment, you have to be evolving. You have to always be looking at what's the community looking for, what does my customer want, change with the internet, change with online shopping. So yeah, I think that that's just the nature of the economy, the nature of business today, is you need to stay agile.
anyone who owns a business really appreciates the importance of shopping local. We really have to support our local businesses or we won't have them, and that's the reality. So if we want a community where we can shop and live and work and play, I think we have to support our local vendors.
Welcome back, and finally on our downtown edition, we have Skin Sense Spa.
Skin Sense Spa is a full-service salon. We have a hair salon, we have full aesthetics, manicures, pedicures, nails, skincare. We offer laser hair removal, as well as photo facials, get rid of any redness or sun damage on your skin. And we also have a tattoo artist that shares our location. We opened this location 8 years ago. We've started out another location downtown for about 5 years and then expanded to here. And we opened April of 2011. When I first was looking to expand, the building we were in was on Thomas Street, and I actually purchased the lot right next to it and planned on building there. But it was actually affordability. It was going to be a lot more to build onto my own building than to purchase this place and do full renovations. And then there was no downtime. We didn't have to close our business for anything. We just worked here. So for the first, when I purchased from in October, I would work all day at the other place and then renovate all night here. So it was quite busy. When I opened this building, it was a paint wallpaper place, so the whole front area was just open. There was support posts, and we built them all into individual rooms and tore out the burgundy carpet that was here and put some nice tile and brick, and it was a lot of work from October to April to open to get it ready. And when we opened this larger space, we were able to share space with other practitioners along the same lines as our business. I grew up in the Strathroy area, around in the country, and then I've always lived around here. I went to high school here, so I know a lot of people in the town. I love the beauty industry. I love making people feel good about themselves. Some of my more prideful moments were when I've been able to change how a person feels about themselves and increase their self-esteem. I've had adolescents with skin troubles that I've been able to reverse that, and just seeing them in public later, the confidence that they have. Same with, I offer laser hair removal. I've had women with hormonal issues that have embarrassing facial hair, and I've been able to get rid of that permanently, and it just changes their life. Doing business in this area, the community is very supportive, and I know a lot of people in the town. It's nice to be able to work on people and actually see them out in public, and you get to know them personally and establish relationships with them. What makes our business unique is we offer a wide range of services, and we have a lot of different practitioners to work together, and it's the experience of coming here. When you get a pedicure, we offer you a tea. We offer a clean environment, and all our practitioners are certified. Stu Solomon, our hairstylist, he was nominated last year as Best Hairstylist in Strathroy, so we're pretty excited about that accomplishment for him. One of the services we provide is laser hair reduction and photo facials. We use an intense pulse laser, and it's been very successful. I've had 17 years experience with the laser. We've been able to get rid of sunspots, like embarrassing sun damage on people, and even hands. We treat hands. We offer online booking, as well as we have a rewards program for clients that return. When you get multiple services done, you can get dollars to use for any other services here or product. We sell a wide range of products, from shampoo to skincare. Most of them are Canadian, or we also have the healthier for you products. Our polishes are the harmful ingredient free, and our skincare comes from Montreal. We carry the milkshake products for our hair, We try to support Canadian businesses first, so we're very selective with which products we bring in here. The best part of my job is seeing clients, establishing relationships with those clients and getting to know them. Also, just working with other business owners, working together and brainstorming. Every day is different, and I just really enjoy the relaxing environment as well. Our spa is open every day. Our practitioners all have different schedules, so not all the practitioners work every day. We have some moms with little kids that don't work every night. Our hours are usually from 9 till 7 at night, but although we do take walk-ins, it is best to call or go online to book an appointment.